What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, and today I'm making a very different video than I usually make. Today I have officially been streaming on Kick as a partner for 30 days, and I have been exclusively streaming to Kick. Now I'm making this video to show you guys how much money I've made on Kick so far in 1 month, not to brag, but only to show you guys some transparency, and also to maybe help somebody else out if they are an aspiring content creator looking to stream, and wondering how much you can actually make from streaming, and to a certain audience base. I am not a big streamer by any means, and I'm just here sharing some hopefully insightful knowledge to the streaming community, and also just like, if you ever think about streaming for yourself, I just wanted to share some insider information or some knowledge that I have gotten from streaming on Kick. Now, real quick, before I get into that, I just want to say, like, I've gotten a couple of questions of why I'm streaming on Kick compared to Twitch, for example, and the main reason is really that I don't like the current advertisement situation going on over on Twitch. When I'm watching a Twitch stream, I usually get served with at least 6 ads per hour, sometimes up to 12 ads per hour as well, or 10 ads per hour. Basically, there's a lot of advertisements, and even using something like a ad blocker isn't really enough all the time. I do like Twitch Turbo, but like, you have to pay to bypass ads. On Kick there are no ads, but the streamers still get paid as if there are ads. So it's simply a better viewing experience, and me as a streamer as well, or a content creator, I feel better if I can give my content, or give my audience content that they don't have to sit through a bunch of ads in order to watch. The amount of ad breaks on Twitch just kind of ruins the whole experience for me, and I'm glad to see that we have an option where there are no ads required. So with that being said, let's get into how much money I've made streaming on Kick for 30 days straight. This right here is my September earnings, so here you can see that I've made $628.77, and that is like everything we have made. That is not just subscriptions, that is partner income and everything. I'm going to go over to the partner income here, and this is like the steady payment you're getting even if nobody subs to you. This is just the payment you're getting based on, for example, how many viewers you have, how talkative they are, and how engaged they are in the stream itself. Kick is using like a very weird metric, but you basically get rewarded more the more active your chat is and the less lurkers you have, and it's kind of a way to combat the whole botting epidemic we're seeing in the streaming community at the moment. Either way, think of this as the payment you would be getting on Twitch for running advertisements, but on Kick there are no advertisements connected to the revenue you're getting in the partner income segment. Then we also have chat engagement. This is basically me getting paid kicks, which is the Kick version of a bit on Twitch, right? So I basically got $2.50 in kicks or bits, and I ended up getting some gifted subscriptions and some regular subscriptions. You can see here $37.92 in subscriptions and $61.62 in gifted subscriptions. That is about $100 in addition to the partner pay that we got paid from people simply supporting my content. Either way, the partner pay $526 in September alone. Now, we did start streaming on September the 8th through the Kick partner program, so we have to add some days from October as well. Going over to October, we can add the first 8 days here. That way we have a total of 30 days, because, well, we had 23 days in September, we now have 7 days of October. Over here we have made $141 in partner income, and we have also gotten some gifted subs, $47.40 total of gifted subs. The total revenue there would be $188.82. Now, in the dashboard you can also see how much you got paid for every single stream and how long the stream lasted. You don't get to see on the VOD how many viewers you were averaging, so that's kind of one thing that is missing from the whole analytics that you get access to later in the stream. But for analytics for me, I am averaging about 30 viewers per stream, and I'm going to get into the money we made per hour and also the amount of hours we streamed as well. So far we have once again made quite a lot for 1 month of streaming, especially my first month over on Kick as well. But exactly how much did we end up getting? Well, going back over here right now, we can actually take a look at that as I've written it down. This is the total amount we are currently looking at. Dragging this slightly more this way, you can see that we made, this is referring back to the partner pay by the way, so not how much we got paid with the gifted subs, this is only the partner pay. This is how much you would get paid for the viewers that I had, even if nobody subscribed. So, in September we got 526 bucks, and so far in October we have 141 bucks. That gives me a total of 67 bucks. Now for the hours streamed, we streamed 104 hours in September, and we have so far streamed 38.5 hours in October as well. So that gives us a total of 142.5 hours streamed, and taking that amount of money divided by the hours streamed, we are looking at 4.68 bucks per hour. Now, I have quite an active chat, and we also have roughly about 30 viewers on average. Sometimes we have a little bit more, sometimes we have a little bit less. It just depends on the content happening on the stream, which I do think is kind of, well, that's normal. The more exciting content you're doing, the more fun it is to watch, and the more fun it is to watch, well, the more viewers you tend to have. Now, if we refer back to the dashboard, we also had some gifted subscriptions and some regular subscriptions, and that ended up at being about $146 in total for 30 days as well. So basically, almost the exact same amount as the hours streamed, so we can add $1 more per hour when you count the gifted subs. I don't want to count that in this calculation because how many gifted subs you get depends entirely on number one, how dedicated your following is and how much money they have to spend. You can simply stream to one viewer and have that person be absolutely loaded and really dedicated to you and gift you 100 subs per month, or you can have 100 viewers and nobody gifts you anything, right? So it's kind of weird to count that in to like me giving advice for streaming. It's weird to count the gifted subs and also the regular subs, so this is just a partner pay. This is how much you're getting if you have 30 viewers and they are pretty engaged in the chat. Based on the hours streamed, of course. So this is the total amount that I made from 142 hours streamed and to 30 viewers on average. So comparing that to Twitch, for example, these are my Twitch analytics from July to August this year, so not that long ago, quite recent. Over here we had double the amount of viewers that we had on Kick, and we also streamed for more than double the amount of time, and we made a little bit over half of the money made on Kick. And when it comes to revenue, a lot of that is subs as well. You can see 43 subscriptions over here. Meanwhile, we had way less on Kick than 43. If we go over here, for example, we can go to the revenue once again. Yeah, like revenue over here. Subscriptions, we have 0 in October, but some gifted subs. And you can see we have 9 active subs and 10 gifted. For September, we also had like 10 gifted and 9 active. So we had way more subs over on Kick. Over on Twitch, I mean. We streamed for way more time. We had double the amount of viewers, and still you get paid less. Meanwhile, the audience has to watch a bunch of ads. So the main reason for me swapping over is that I can, as a smaller content creator, get paid more on Kick, while giving my audience a better product due to no ads, and we can still have somewhat of the same chatting experience over on Kick as well. Now, when it comes to Kick versus Twitch, I also see a bunch of comments all the time saying that Kick is only for gambling, and I'm just gonna say, I feel like I see just as many gambling streams on Twitch, maybe not just as many, but almost very close, and many of the people that stream gambling on Kick, they also multi-stream their gambling over to Twitch as well, and there's a lot more Twitch streamers now being sponsored by different gambling companies as well, like Rainbet and stuff like that. I'm betting you've heard of those, and they're sponsoring a bunch of Twitch streamers. You usually have Rainbet sponsoring Twitch streamers, and you have whatever they're called, Stake, sponsoring Kick streamers, right? So that the whole gambling thing is always going to be a problem on just about every single platform. And also, there's a bunch of like girls streaming on Twitch trying to promote their OnlyFans, which I also don't like anyway, so like any platform has their problems. To me, I just want to stream, make content and have a good time, and I feel like I'm being more respected on Kick, I get more like bang for my buck, and I get to provide a better quality product at the same time. So I think it's a win-win for everybody. Either way, hopefully this video was informative and helpful, and maybe anyone aspiring to be a content creator gets anything out of seeing those numbers. Either way, I'm just gonna say, by the way, I have a pretty big following here on YouTube that I'm really blessed to have. So if you're starting out as a content creator, I would say start by making videos. Make videos, make guides, be helpful, be informative, provide value, and then start streaming. Either way, once again, hopefully you got something out of this, and if you did, leave a like down below. If you did not, leave a dislike down below, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hopefully this clarified something, and I'll see you on Kick, okay? Kick.com/SolheimTV. Be there. Peace out. Bye.